Belle Woods presents Conversations. All right, so icebreaker of the day is: would you rather the ability to mute people for up to 10 minutes at a time, or the ability to physically pause or freeze someone for up to 10 minutes at a time?
The ability to freeze and pause somebody for 10 minutes at a time. Honestly, for me, it feels like it's a obvious choice because if you mute somebody, they can still move around just that they're they can just follow you the whole time. That could be annoying. So if you physically freeze them, technically they're mute too because they frozen. They can't speak anyway. Now you can't move. So hold that L regardless.
Ha!
Hilarious.
Hold it. Oh,
Hold it, son.
yeah. Pause for 500, Alex. Like I'm with Al on that one.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
y'all
it
know
might
why you
not be for
acting like you
them.
don't already have that power?
Huh?
How you know you
Hilarious.
technically have that power?
Hilarious. Mute. I'm done. Danny, what you think?
I do the same thing. I would freeze people
Freeze.
only because this is gonna sound so bad, but like if I was at a bank with
Mm-hmm.
the bank teller
Mm-hmm.
and I could freeze whoever it is and take the money out, they
Yo,
wouldn't
I
know.
ain't say nothing
Yo,
like that. She went straight
yo,
villainous off her
yo,
own,
yo,
That's
bro.
criminal.
freezing the
That's
Wasted no
criminal.
person,
time.
not the whole building.
It's like,
The one
like
person, not the
Yeah,
building.
everybody see what's going
No, I'm
on.
saying it's supposed to be closing time, like 4:50 p.m.
So
No,
anyway,
you still gonna
she
get
got the
caught.
plan set up already.
I'm
She got the
done.
plan already.
the camera's
That's
supposed to see you in
hilarious.
4K.
Oh, that's true. Didn't think about that.
It's like, oh yeah, the camera.
She's like,
Dang.
ah.
Right, then
I'm
somebody at
done.
an ATM. Somebody's pulling out money from an ATM. And then you
Mm.
freeze
Oh, so
them
you
as soon as the
robbing
money
people,
comes out.
robbing
Oh
people.
shoot.
No.
Why you
That's
going to
hilarious.
violence?
You
Good
That's
Lord
robbing.
have mercy.
hilarious.
What? Why is
So
she still trying to rob people? Like,
Yo,
Oh,
Jenny,
I'm not.
how was your week? How was your week? Everything was okay? Like, what
what
went
I'm
Why
on in
you
your
saying.
week
why
that
you
That's
always
what
you
I'm
asking me
saying.
questions?
Who we fighting for? Who we fighting against? Like,
I
came in here. You
I'm
come in here with straight.
done. She said catch
Oh,
people at the
she's trying to catch
ATM.
somebody.
at
She's
the
trying to catch somebody's
ATM.
pockets, man.
Just tap them on the
Right.
shoulder like, hey, and then they wake up like 10 minutes later.
Oh, she drugged the boy.
Funds totally
Oh,
withdrawn. Mhm.
Troy, what you think? You picked the same thing?
Uh, I mean, not for the same reason she said, but
He said disclaimer.
I mean, nah, like I feel like with like physically pausing single person versus muting them for 10 minutes is like could be useful versus yeah, like I said, because the Al like pointed out, if you mute them, there's other ways for them to make noise around you. They can like uh grab a pipe and like bang it on the floor or whatever they can get their hands on. They still physically make noise versus if you pause them, they'll be stuck there. Wait, but like wouldn't they still be able to see what you're doing? So they'll be able to like take in
Oh.
everything that's just going on. So they'll be frozen, but they'll be staring at you the whole time or
I can.
wherever they,
You can always grab him and put him into another room or whatever. Let him sit there.
yeah, that too.
Put him
But
on
they
Yeah.
can't
timeout.
with it.
Turn to
Oh,
voice
Yeah, but
control.
no, no. But
I
I
didn't
feel
think
like
about that part.
You really thought
yeah,
this
but I
through.
feel like
Because they can
uh,
see you doing everything that you're
I'm
doing.
saying,
I
right?
feel like for a getaway purpose, you can catch them from behind, freeze them, they won't know, and then just move on about your business. So yeah,
Hilarious.
Uh,
This
I won't
power
catch
sound like
somebody
it
slipping at
only
an
works
you
for
ATM
heard,
though.
guys.
you heard that, Danny? They can see what you're trying to rob them from.
No, but Troy said get away, so he can be my getaway driver.
Oh
I'm the
man.
accomplice. I'm the accomplice.
That power seemed like it don't even work. Because like once he said that they can still see what you're doing, I'm like, what's the point? Like I'm gonna be caught no matter what. Unless like I pause them and I'm like,
Oh,
okay, I
before
gotta
we
make time
Wait,
for
no,
her.
wait.
hold time,
I gotta
before
catch
you
a
even go
flight.
any further, we're not talking about in the realms of robbing people anymore. We're talking
Yeah,
about what
because
you want to do with it. All right.
yeah, because like the way people like respond, they say, if I get caught, if I
Yeah,
Hilarious.
if you get caught doing what?
This
Automatic
seems like a
guilt.
power that only works for crime. This seems like a power that only works for crime.
No,
yeah,
it
because
does
You
not.
Oh,
might
so
as well
all
do it.
right,
You gonna wear a ski
what if you
mask?
well, what if you end up in an argument? Would
How
you
about this?
a mute the
Hold that
person?
thought and then just dip.
Yeah.
Like, hold that thought.
Yeah, like you ever see like when you driving down the street and you stop at a red light and you see one of
Yeah,
those guys with the sign and stuff, you can just freeze
yeah.
them, let them stay like that for
I'm
10 minutes.
done.
Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone.
I'm done.
Yo, you're
You know
I'm
foolish.
so done.
what
Oh
I'm
my
saying, bro?
god.
It's so many things you can do. I'm telling you,
Mm.
possibilities
That's
are
a fact.
endless.
See, I think somebody with a better imagination than me could do make use of it. Because I'm like, even if you try to mute somebody, it feel like pointless. Because people will get your attention if they really want it bad enough.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I guess the pause for 10 minutes, like legit pause.
I actually imagine like if a New York person got that power, instead of like
Oh
how you
wow.
like
Oh my
instead
goodness.
of like holding out, you be like, hey yo, pause, and everybody.
So mad at you. Why?
Yo, I don't know. I had to do it. I had to do it. It just came
That's
to my mind.
hilarious. Nah.
Oh my
That's
god.
exactly how it would go.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
exactly how it would go. There's a lot going on outside.
Let's go.
Um, all right. So it's not like someone doing their lawn, but it's 9 o'clock. Um, but things like that happen over here, so I can't even. All right. Sorry, guys. First question of the day: what does it mean to be nice versus kind? Which would you rather be described as, and which would you prefer others be towards you?
Legit go first.
Yes. I was gonna call your name, but I thought you was ready. I didn't want to hold you back. Go ahead.
Like I'm about to go in on these people.
Oh
Now
shoot.
I'd rather be considered kind because honestly, everybody already think I'm nice, and it's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. Like kind is like, okay, I'm willing to show you some grace. Nice is just like, oh, they'll just let anything happen. They're sweet. They'll let things go. Like, no, I'm showing you kindness. That's it.
You said the G word.
No, you see, she met that with that dimple on her face when she said, you saw the flare right there. Turned to like, that's it. I saw that flare right there. Like, damn, she meant
It's
that.
real.
The
Yeah,
damn dimple.
with the eye contact too at the end. Like,
Yo, it's funny that you asked this, Miss Belle, because
What?
I just had this conversation with a family member of mine just the other
Did
day.
you?
you,
Did you?
I just
Is
and we debated about this for about 30 minutes or
is
so.
that so?
Wow, a debate.
So it's fresh on my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna hold you because
Mm-hmm.
personally, I thought I was considered a nice person. I thought I was
Sorry.
right. Oh, excuse me, Miss Bell,
Sorry. Your excuse. Go ahead.
right? Because you know, I thought there was no issues being considered a nice guy, but it was further disclosed to me that the difference between nice and kind is the influence that you have over another party. If I believe that's the way it was broken down to me. I'm still a little blurry, but I'm pretty sure somebody will help me through this.
don't mind if I do, brother.
Oh,
Tag
uh,
team.
nah, but yeah, bro. To be honest, like if I had to choose between describing you as nice or kind, I'll say you're kind because like pro like so I said like the difference between, in my opinion, nice and kind is that a kind person has all the power physically, mentally, like or like as far as like knowledge goes or like financially,
Fudge your day up.
but still express love, gratitude your way. So like Pro, when he's out, like he sort of embodies all that, but still shows other people, still makes them feel like, I guess, like welcome in a way. Whereas a nice person, I feel like they have no choice but to be that, because if you're the opposite of that, you get
Exactly.
ridiculed, or you gonna get put in your place. Versus a kind person, they're not afraid of nobody, because like they can handle it. Like that's how I feel like. So I noticed that, like, growing up, like a lot of people, like, you can tell like who's nice, like, because they have no choice. Versus kind people, like, yo, listen, like, I'm nice to you now, but try me, and then it'll go south real quick. So like yeah, that's how I like made a differentiate between the two terms and stuff. So I'm like, yo, Pro, you a kind person. You're not a nice guy, dude. You're a kind person. So I'm like, yeah.
You're not nice at all. I'm
I'm
sorry, I
thinking,
said that out loud. Go ahead. Go ahead, Al.
Oh yeah.
nah, because what it ultimately comes down to is like kind is basically being polite, and
P word.
no. Nice is being polite. Kind is
Yeah,
basically being genuine. Basically being
yeah,
genuine. Like you
Yes.
like
exactly.
you
Yeah,
really concerned, not really concerned about something, but like if somebody comes, like, hey, how you doing? You actually look like, yo, I'm listening to you, rather than hey, and you walk by and you, hey, walk by, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You being, you know, being like a polite type stuff. So I don't know. I'm rambling at this point.
Real
I
talk.
feel that. I feel that, Al.
Thank you.
Man, y'all taught me something new today. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hmm.
Wait,
Let's say Danny
I'm
weigh
like,
in.
she didn't.
Like from what you guys are describing, it sounds like kind is more of action driven. Like it's a part of, like, for me, I describe it as part of my personality. I would want to be described like as a kind person. I feel like niceness is too associated with being like a pushover sometimes. Um, weak. If you're too nice to somebody, they can take advantage of you. I don't like that. So I'd rather be seen as kind just to be seen for my genuine.
it should be
Yeah,
genuine.
Genuineness.
yeah.
Yes,
Genuine. Yeah,
yes. I'd rather be seen that way and be seen as compassionate or um like truly empathetic with somebody. I don't
Oh,
want to be seen as
yes.
a nice person.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes, indeed.
wouldn't that in the same turn be like somebody, they take advantage of that too, because you know that you're very kind and you're generous, so they can always come
Nah,
back
nah,
through
nah.
that.
Nah. All
No.
right. Oh no,
Who's
go ahead,
it?
Dan.
Like
Go
Prover?
ahead, Dan.
Mm.
No, I think Dan was
Oh,
answering that.
I was like waiting for you to respond. Go ahead. I was gonna hear what you were saying, Troy.
Oh, me?
Hmm.
Oh, so I feel like, nah, because I feel like, in my opinion, you can't take advantage of a kind person. You can take advantage of a nice person. A kind person, like, would catch on to what you're doing and eventually cut you off. Nice person,
Nah, not
I,
necessarily. If you put intelligence behind it,
yeah,
you could go for nice and kind with the same intelligence. But if you're going
mm,
with kind, like think about it, like a lot of let's say a lot of like grandkids or kids take advantage of their grandmother when they're in elderly home, and
right,
those are kind. Those on your grandparents ain't nice. They are kind to you, and people still
right.
take
Kind,
advantage of
yeah.
them because they know about your patterns, this, that, and the third. So it's a lot easier, and you won't even know because you think they actually want me to be here, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so are we talking about interactions in general, or just interactions between, like, individuals that don't know each other, or yeah, like, what do we base it off? Just um like, outside of, like, some familiar types, like, versus like just genuine interactions like you would, like, have with individuals that you meet for the first time or come across for the first time. Like, then you see like the breakdown of, like, nice versus kind in those situations. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
would you consider a gullible person a nice person or a kind person? I think I think
You
nice.
don't have to be nice, nice and gullible, but like, but the thing is, and even in the definitions, because I looked them up, like, nice is means agreeable, as
Hmm.
opposed to kind means just generous. So yeah, a kind person is willing to give of themselves and help somebody out, but there's thought behind it. It's like, okay, you know what? I see this person struggling. Let me help them out.
Empath-
Like, let me give
empathy.
this person who's asking for a dollar, as opposed to I see this guy every week walking up the corner around us. He be hanging around this corner, asking everybody a dollar, and I'm still giving him a dollar. This man makes more an hour than I do. Type. Like that person is nice, but you being a little too agreeable, too, and you're afraid to say no to the person. Like nah, I don't got it, or no, I don't want to give you a dollar today. I've seen you. You made 15 an hour already before I did.
Right,
Make
right.
more. So that's how
So now,
that's
so
how
now
I
you hating.
differentiate nice and agreeable.
Now
Okay.
you
I
ain't.
am hating.
So now
I
you
was working
hating.
at McDonald's. I was working at McDonald's and one time, and I'm telling you, this dude, he be coming around. People would buy him meals. He'd be like, "Oh, can I get a dollar?" And they would like, "Oh, do you need a meal?" He'll buy the meal, hide behind the dumpster, get food from the store because we be like, "Oh, maybe he hungry." Then he'll get food, hide behind the dumpster, get like $5 here, a dollar here, a dollar here, and then he'll hop over to go to Stop and Shop. I'm
You
like,
was
this
watching
dude
them like
work
that?
all
Roro,
You
Roro,
open the door.
Roro,
I used
calm,
to
Are
work
you
the
mad?
night
He's
shift.
like,
bro,
I
She was
calm
like, it
down,
wasn't
calm
nothing to
down.
do.
That's what I'm saying. Roro,
She
calm
was like,
down.
oh,
It
the
was in the
night shift.
past. Relax.
I was so pissed. I was
Relax.
broke and he was
Yo.
making more money than me. And I was like, this dude.
Oh
I'm like
man.
working at McDonald's window and he like asking people right in front of me. I'm like,
She said right in front of me. Yo, she said it right in front of me, like he's purposely. Yeah.
turn around to you. Hey, can I get a dollar? What the? Yeah, I just
Oh
saw you, bro.
shoot.
I know,
Uh,
right? I'm like, I just saw you, and I'm making 8.50 an hour. This man making 15 an hour, and I'm like,
Dang.
yo,
Hmm.
With,
dang it.
with lunch and dinner
I hate
included.
McDonald's. I hate it here. I was
oh
I
so
hate
mad.
it
I was
here.
so tight. I hate it here.
I read that kindness, you come from a place of good, like benevolence. That word was always associated with kindness. And they said people that are they said niceness is more like politeness, but you don't mean it. And that's
Mm,
for that very reason. I would definitely rather kindness, or to be kind or described as kind.
see?
Because I'm not gonna do something that I don't mean. So it's
no,
like
that's a fact.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't like
exactly.
like I
Exactly.
want to be purposeful. Like
Not
so
facts.
how
So,
it like so,
so
go ahead.
yeah, so sorry to interject, Belle, but I would say like interactions with people. All right, I ain't gonna front like after COVID happened and we on lockdown and then we had to be reintroduced to like society again and then going back out. I ain't gonna hold you like that like messed up my whole social aspect because before I think I was leaning more on the nice side like for the interactions like I would try to if I make eye contact with somebody, I would like, hey, hi. But now it's more like I pick and choose. I don't have the energy for it now because for some reason I came out of COVID like yeah, I don't like people. Like there's like certain people. So
Dang.
like and people I do like based on the energy I get from them and the vibe, then I'm like I rock with them. Like I like you cool people. But like other than that, I'm like I don't rock with people. So when I see I like I try to keep to myself and it's one of the things that I like. I just been like I don't really don't care, and then people like don't like it. So I'm like I don't give. I know for the people like I value and keep my life, they know the real me. So it's like, oh wait, can we curse?
No.
Oh,
Oh my fault.
the boy got three F bombs, two
I'm
A's,
like
then
I'm
half.
like this is
Oh my
I'm like
fault.
this is mad editing. I'm like, oh, here read the show notes. He read the show notes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he definitely
All right.
read that.
No, no, my fault, my fault, my fault. But and then
That's wild.
yeah, my fault, my fault.
um,
This boy is an island boy for sure, son.
But, but to be honest, like I would hear feedback like it's like, oh, you're not being nice. I'm like, I don't care about being nice. Like if you're in my life and I mess with you, or if I like you, then you're gonna know. Other than that, like be on about your life. Like yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. So yeah,
interesting.
um, that's one thing I wanted to point out. Yeah.
Hmm.
Any rebuttals?
Well,
Anybody?
Al, did you say what you would rather be described as? I know you would
Mm,
giving like the like descriptions, but what would you
uh,
rather?
kindness. What's the kindness? Being kind because just of the fact that that energy that you have on being kind, you can project that to other people. So like if somebody having a bad day, whatever, and and somebody walked up and you actually being kind to that person, they feel a lot better because like, yo, I've been having a whole bad day and somebody actually cares a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And that could actually transfer into a whole different thing. So I feel like I would rather be kind because I like to have that type of aspect on or energy when I'm like being kind to others, you know?
Hmm, that's good.
Or you
I
got a whole bunch of money and you don't care about anybody else's feelings.
Not what it is like because the way I'm looking at being kind, right? When somebody's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You don't think nothing of it. You just, "Hey," greet back, and you don't think nothing of it. You keep it moving. But when somebody's barely being kind to you, like, "Oh, that old lady in the grocery shop, yeah, she was hilarious. She was this. Her energy was good." That's kindness.
I
You
got a
know what I'm saying?
question though, because like you know how like some people can like nice is also associated with politeness, like that
Nice
Hmm.
is
word.
what.
So
Agreeable.
would you rather like someone not greet you because, I mean like they just, indifferent, or would you rather someone that is like very just polite and just likes to be like a light and likes to like brighten up whoever and they consistently are doing
Pick
that?
me. Pick me.
You.
Coming from New York down to the South is a perfect example. It's a perfect example. I mean, you know, in New York, how you move, you mind your own business. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own agenda.
Right.
Um, versus when you come to the South, now everybody's waving at you. Hey, how you doing? As soon as you walk out the door, hey, how you doing? I'm like, it was a cultural shock for me when I first came down here. I'm like, whoa, I don't even
Talking to
know
me.
you. I forgot what it is. I was
Like,
like,
you know
whoa,
me?
Look like who you waving at.
who are you talking to? I didn't even wave at first, but then throughout the years, it's slowly like, hey, neighbor, how's
Okay.
it going? Hey, how's the dog? Huh? How's the wife, kids? Just like now you
How's the
start
family?
holding random conversations about people, just like so.
Yes.
Um, I guess based off the environment and how things be perceived, because it'll be perceived like in the South as as a normal, it's a regular thing versus if you was in New York trying to do it, it'll be maybe the person is trying to act a little too nice or whatever the case may be. Go ahead.
Mm. I definitely agree with that. Now, I really do. Depends on your upbringing, who you at, and everything like that. Because I was going to say, because I kind of feel like a nice person. If they're actually going out the way, hi, how you doing, and ask you genuine questions, I feel like that's a real kind person. When I say nice, I don't mean like nice as being like you being fake, whatever. You like, hi, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And like, you're doing good. I'm good. Okay, and you keep going about your day. That's still being nice and polite. You know what I'm saying? But be actually like the actual a feeling of a conversation, and it's actually like it's not something scripted, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a genuine connection with somebody. And then when you go home, you're like, yeah, I had a moment at such and such. You know what I'm saying? With that kind person versus with a nice person. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like you
That's all
don't.
I'm saying.
It's forgettable because it's not.
Yeah, because you quote unquote expect everybody to be nice and polite, because you can't really be kind to everybody because that's too much energy given to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna tire you out. Everybody needs to be nice and polite because it moves the day along. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? If you be kind to everybody, yo, nothing's gonna be done throughout the day because everybody gonna have a conversation about, yeah, so your dog and you got a nice haircut. I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But if you're an extrovert and you feed off other people's energies, maybe that's what you need to get throughout the day.
Yeah.
that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
You need
for you, it
niceness
might be tired out.
or
Yeah.
You said
kind of.
what?
Wait, which one you talking about?
And
As far
yo,
as
pro. I think for introvert, like that would tire them out. Like, as far as like that.
For sure.
Your energy source be
yeah,
Yeah.
drained.
Yeah.
Don't like. Well, I know there's different types of introverts, but one is like they actually are drained from small talk. Like they like
Mm.
deep conversations,
Yeah.
but it's like if you talking about the weather, they're not like. It's
Mhm.
like what
Yeah.
can be next?
Yeah.
So
I'm happy that way. I'm really happy that way. I like deep conversations with the mindset. If you just
yeah,
tell me how the weather, I'm like, okay. I Google for that.
like,
Yeah.
You know.
right?
Exactly.
Like hey
I
Siri,
would agree for
like
that.
Yeah, that's on my home screen. Yeah, thank you for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Talking about.
that's funny.
Yo, that this whole conversation is funny because like today I was just like sitting in the lunchroom, and this older lady, and she came in. She's like, "I just see you here, and you just seem so calm and peaceful. Like you remind me of that beer commercial where the guy is sitting on a float and there's sharks around him, and he just has his beer, and he's like, you just eating your lunch so calm. Like in my mind, I'm like, ma'am, I'm on my lunch break.
Nah, that's funny.
Like, I was just telling my mom, I'm like, do you expect me to carry my day on my face and on my shoulders? Like, what? Like, I'm like on my break, just on my phone, just chilling, maybe watching a little video here, there, something like that. Like, just like zenning out, because I am an introvert, but like, yo, small talk really do be taking it out on me. Like, I love our conversations here, but man, if y'all do hit me with the, what show did you watch yesterday?
One of
Okay,
those.
great. I'm like,
What
yeah,
you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
That's a
What's up?
fact, though. What say you, Danny? Danny.
Tanky.
Thank you.
Tanky.
Danny.
Wait, what questions did you ask me out?
You
Talking to
can you. I think you were the first one to answer the script. Which would you rather be described as?
Oh yeah, she
Yes,
did.
There.
kind.
Okay, okay.
Which would
Yeah, that
you
was me.
and you would you say like you and you would rather others be that towards you?
Be kind to me. Like I was reading an example of like kindness versus niceness. So like one it's a weird example, but they were saying how let's say you had a friend and her boyfriend cheated on her and you had this information. It is kind to tell her what happened so she knows, but the information may not be nice or may not be a nice thing to do.
Hmm. Interesting. You make me wanna pose that as a question, but we could that could be another day. But I want to come back to that question. That type
Yo,
of
mm,
eh,
that type of
yo.
question is dangerous.
No, no, that,
like you gotta know who
You
you
gotta know who you
with.
coming to,
It's a
because some
lot.
people don't want to hear the truth.
You woohoo and you mess up a whole. The person now
Everybody
mad
want to
at
fight you
you.
then.
No, you know
Yeah.
what I don't like? I feel like you know how there's girl code and guy code? I feel
Hmm.
like girls so like I had a situation like that before. So I told like my a girlfriend, like, okay, this and this happened.
Mm.
And she told her guy that I told her.
What the
And so I'm just like,
Why?
like?
I feel like
Do that?
I feel like guys
Oh
don't do that to each
man,
other. Like,
What?
guys never do that to each other.
yeah,
That
it's
don't even
like
make
I hate when girls
Don't
do
say
sense.
that.
that. Nope,
It
don't
makes
say that.
no
It
sense. I hate
happens.
when girls do that.
That
does
don't
It
it?
make
The
happens.
sense
only
though. Please,
the only time
real.
guys do that is if they try to get with the if they
Mm,
trying to like really break it up so they can slip right in. Like
yeah.
guys rarely ever do that. When girls do that,
Oh,
they
yo,
be like, I need receipts. I need receipts. I need
wait.
receipts.
Yeah.
Oh
Did
shit.
did everyone answer which would you prefer others be towards you?
Nah, I think I did. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I'll be considered. Rather be considered a kind person versus a nice person.
And you'd prefer
Oh,
others
sorry.
be
Um, yeah, yeah. Because I can't like I can't deal with that little small talk stuff. Like I actually do enjoy like deep, meaningful conversations that you can relate to or curious about. Like that's really cool. But like the other stuff, like I just you can miss me with that. So yeah, I would say like kind interactions. Yeah.
pro? Did you answer what you would prefer towards you?
Um, what would I prefer? I don't
Hmm.
think it. I don't think it really matters for me. It could be fake with the nice. So you could be genuinely kind as long as it's respectable. Um,
Interesting.
um, yeah, because you don't want the smoke.
I like that answer. I like that answer.
You want that smoke?
Interesting.
I think
That's
I think
hilarious.
nice is good for work
He
and
he
kind is
said
good for
he
like
said quote
everyday.
this quote said quote this on who wants smoke.
That's bro. That was actually. How y'all feel about that? Y'all heard what she said? She
You
Yeah,
said
know,
I
good for
agree.
work and stuff. Yeah,
nice is for yeah, good for work and
yeah,
kindness
yeah.
Yeah,
Just keep it
it's
nice.
for interviews. It's for interviews. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just,
Code switch.
for
yeah,
sure,
right.
for sure. That's a necessary skill.